NGTGames, what is going on? Neely here from Next Gen Tactics. Gotta throw that in. What's up, guys? Demolition Gamer on Crisis. Crisis not being my exact favorite map, and I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of improvising this commentary. I don't really have anything important to talk about, and you'll probably click off the video now, but no, I'm just kind of going to go with the flow here. Maybe we'll talk about the gameplay, maybe something random will come up, so you guys are on a journey with me as well. So actually, I just remembered kind of some things I'm going to talk about, so I'll hit on them. And I know a lot of you guys have been interested in the clan I've been starting out, and I'll talk about that a little bit, and then we'll talk about the gameplay and about Crisis, about Black Ops, and yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. You guys get the picture. Running with the Galil with a suppressor in this one with my sexy red-ass camo. And then I got Hardline on. I'm going to have Hacker on, and excuse me, along with that I have Sleight of Hand Pro, I believe. So, again, Crisis, not one of my favorite maps. You know, it's not terrible, but if I had, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't probably pick this map to play right away. I know. But anyways, like I said, game of Demolition, I'm going for a quick plant here, bringing out my giant briefcase, and I get the successful plant, and then I die from behind. The final score of this game here is going to be 41-11. Not too happy with the deaths, but I was able to successfully plant and detonate the bomb and do some other good things. So I was happy with this game, especially on defense, because it got pretty hectic when we were on defense and trying to hold them off. So, but you guys will see that as the video goes along. So the first thing that I want to talk about is in terms of my GB clan. If some of you haven't seen my last video, I am doing tryouts for my Game Battles clan. Right now we're pretty much set in stone. We got about 60 to 80 individuals trying out, which is absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you for the support. I honestly didn't expect that big of a turnout, and I had quite a surprise when I went to bed and woke up the next day. How many messages I had. I was kind of taken aback by how many of you were interested in some competitive Game Battles gaming. Right now, we're not really taking any more entries to try out, but what I will tell you guys is you can sort of stay on hold because, well, we go through 60-80 players. Maybe we won't find the exact 12 to 14 players that we want. So if you guys are still interested in trying out, and if you have not seen any of my other videos, you can then hop on over to my channel and watch some of my videos, and you could sort of get into, let me back up, you can sort of get into the know about what's going on in terms of the tryouts. So I'll leave it at that. We really don't want any more takers in terms of tryouts, but if you guys are still interested, I'm sure we will hear you out and maybe possibly take you on for some more tryouts. But many of you that are watching this video, I'm sure, have possibly seen my tryout video and even some of the videos on my channel. So I'll leave it at that. I don't want to talk any further about that, as I'll probably get into the gameplay here. And this area down here gets pretty crazy and hectic at B here, I believe this is, as I'm watching a tiny screen. Is that B or A? I can't tell. But anyways, yeah, actually, yeah, that is B. Okay, I just saw it now. I had to blow up my screen. Anyways, yeah, so B gets pretty hectic down here, and I like being aggressive in Demolition. It's one of the game modes where I think you could really benefit from rushing up pretty quickly. I've played a lot of games in Demo where we've beaten the other team with quick plants, and, obviously the better teams are going to prevent you from planting quickly, but in all intents and purposes, guys, I really recommend that you try to play aggressive when you play Demolition. And that's one of the things I know I'm sort of going off topic here, but that's one of the things that we'll be doing in game battles. We'll be playing games like Demolition, like Search and Destroy, especially Search and Destroy, and then stuff like maybe Domination. But Demolition is a good tactical game mode that you and your friends, if you play with friends in a party, could definitely establish some sort of rush and can definitely make some havoc. Like right here, for instance, it really gets crazy up in this bitch. Yeah. We'll go with that. It gets pretty crazy up in here. As my buddy Chad behind me's planning. We're sort of protecting them. I remember telling him here, I said, hey man, go for it. We got this pretty held down. I think you can plant. So if you guys get in organized parties, you can definitely play Demolition Tactical. Obviously, I don't know if a lot of you play Demolition, but it's really turned into a great game where you can have a lot of fun, and you can definitely rack up kills. There's no doubt about that. I will admit, every once in a while you get into a spot where you definitely don't want to give up going for kills. So Demolition definitely allows you to rack up some kills, but also play objectively, so to speak. So yeah, Demolition has turned into a pretty good game mode. So, like I said, in terms of tips and tactics, guys, I could really recommend that you try to play aggressive. Obviously, when you're on the defensive side, though, you kind of want to, stay chill for a little bit. But in terms of Demolition as a whole, right here again, my buddy Chad is going for the plant. He's a trooper, by the way, as my phone goes off. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. Sorry about that. But yeah, right here, like I said, it's really just a matter of your mic communication. I was telling Chad here, for instance, I said to him, hey, go for it. I don't think there's many guys down here, and then all of a sudden they come down here and it turns into a giant shit fest, but, that's where the fun lies. So when you get into these hectic areas, especially when you're trying to plant the bomb, guys, you have to communicate on your mics. I definitely recommend a headset to you as well, because you can hear enemy footsteps and stuff like that. But in terms of Demolition, again, like a tactical game mode, you need to be talking on your mic. And you need to establish when you can rush up and play defensive, as I blended my words together. Hopefully you guys are still with me. And then I die there painfully. And then the round's over here. We win it. Pretty successful round. I believe we sweep this game. I think it's going to be a 2-0 finish. And this is where it gets pretty crazy. I thought we did a pretty good job, in all honesty here, of capping off the bomb sites pretty fast. And then right here we sort of... I have a little trouble, I want to say, but I think we play pretty decently here. And I'm obsessed with claymores recently, although after prestiging for the first time recently, I'm kind of missing my claymores, I'm not going to lie. So and yeah, that was kind of random, but I don't really care. And yeah, so I guess I could talk about prestiging because I just did that myself. To prestige or not to prestige. I just prestiged. I think I'm going to prestige every time. I think there's a max of 14 levels. I could be wrong about that. But, yeah, I think I'm going to be prestiging. I tell you what, guys, I've been running with the MP5, and that gun's great for starting out with. And even the M16, I guess I didn't realize how much better it was at first when I started to use it. And it's great. I'm not really having any trouble prestiging. I've been having fun with it. And it really hasn't affected my game. I've definitely gotten into more running gunning because of using the MP5, and I mean, obviously that's one of the better guns you have when you start out, so I definitely been utilizing the MP5 in terms of when I prestige, so that's one thing I can recommend you guys. And again, like I said, I apologize, I'm kind of all over the place here, but I'm not really coming into this commentary very organized, and I apologize for that, but sometimes these commentaries where you sort of improv them are a little more entertaining, so maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Oh well. So I kind of like to hear your thoughts, guys. I think when we do finalize the results for the Game Battles clan that I've created, I'm thinking I'm going to be posting matches here on NGTGames. I'd like to hear your opinion, guys. Do you definitely want to see them? And if so, what type of game modes do you guys like to see mainly here on NGTGames? I'm a big tactical guy. Every once in a while I'll do some live commentaries on some free-for-all games and on some team deathmatch games. But typically, since I'm not a big fan of the spawn system in Call of Duty, I like to play more tactical game modes. So in terms of tactical game modes, I like to play Search and Destroy, Domination, Demolition, sort of the game modes that you'd play in a Game Battles type arena. So, in terms of game modes, guys, I know Guns for Hire and Spider Bite have done some Search and Destroy for you, but what haven't they done? I mean, Next Gen Tactics is your best home for Black Ops coverage, so we do it here, we do it all here at Next Gen Tactics, but if you guys could pinpoint down some of your favorite modes, I sort of like to hear that, guys. Again, I know a lot of you probably like just Team Deathmatch or Free-For-All, but if you guys could pick a tactical game mode, what would that be for you guys? Whether that's Demolition, Search and Destroy, or Domination, I kind of like to hear. And of course, there's Capture the Flag and other game modes. But just to sort of gauge my audience, I'd kind of like to hear your feedback, guys, on what you guys like to see. I tell you what, I really got into Search and Destroy recently. It's been a lot of fun, and it's kind of opened up this Game Battles clan. Search and Destroy, even though there's no respawning, which many of you may not like, I actually enjoy because it reminds me of the old SOCOM days. I was a big SOCOM player back in the day, and it definitely makes me feel right at home, so to speak. But that's not the only reason why I like Search and Destroy. Just simply because it gets really hectic and competitive. There just seems to be a lot of good players playing Search and Destroy. I'm not taking away from all the other game modes, and I certainly don't want to start a flame war about what players are better, but I definitely notice in Search and Destroy you get some really, really good individual players. So That's another reason why I like to play Search and Destroy, because it could be a challenge sometimes, and you get some good games where it goes into OT and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to just kind of gauge the audience, gauge you guys, let me know what game modes you guys like, and I'd kind of like to see that. And you won't be just helping me out. I think if some of the other NGT directors watch this, we'll get a general idea for what you guys like. But I think overall here on Next Gen Tactics, we want to keep mixing it up for you guys. It doesn't seem like many of you hate Black Ops, and it just seems like Black Ops is the game right now. It definitely is. I'm definitely not going to argue that, or I am going to argue that actually, that Black Ops is the game to play right now, and it's great. I love it, and there's a lot of things to do. So I'm kind of running out of steam here. Like I said, I'm kind of just one-taking this commentary. I really didn't write any notes down. I typically don't like to write notes when I do commentaries, but sort of talked about the gameplay here, sort of didn't. I sort of gave you guys some tips and tactics in terms of demolition, sort of. You know, I sort of talked about how you can utilize rushing up and how you could use the best of your mic abilities. Of course, these are some obvious things that I've been preaching in many of my videos, but you guys get the picture. I don't want to sound like a broken record box, even though I probably do. But, you know, when you commentate, that happens. So going into the Chopper Gunner now, I love it this year. Chopper Gunner's great. It just feels, you get more of a sense of enjoyment out of it, more of a reward since the kill streaks don't add up, especially when you get to it. I think they're trying to shoot me down here. I got my I got my game on mute here so I can hear myself talking, so I don't know if I hear the big beeping noise, you know, when they're tracking me down. But this Chopper Gunner was alright. I don't remember if it was great or if it was, maybe it's okay. It might be decent. We're getting some spawn trapping here, so maybe it wasn't too bad. And yeah, guys, just you always got to remember to be getting your rockets out. I can't believe how many. And as I say that, there I get taken it down. All right, well they did that. But yeah, make sure you guys always carry your rockets around. I'm not saying to carry it around in your main class, but if you die by the Chopper Gunner right away, it's beneficial to you to pull out that rocket launcher and take down the Chopper Gunner, or else you're going to be screwed. And it's funny because you would think from Modern Warfare 2 people would learn that, but that's not always the case. So I don't know. And this video is wrapping up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, I'd like to hear your guys' feedback. I know I didn't exactly talk about the complete gameplay here. I know it was kind of all over the place, but hopefully you guys can forgive me. I forgive myself. So, yeah, the final score is going to be 41-11. You know, in terms of game modes, guys, what do you like best? Demolition, Capture the Flag, even just Team Deathmatch? I'd like to see your comments below. And even if you guys would like to see some game battles matches, I'm sure you would. I know Medina for Life and the NGT Elite team have done that. So I know you guys like game battles, so I'll possibly do some of that in terms of uploads. But anything else comes up here, guys, I'll talk about it. But I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be uploading to you guys, some more tactical game modes, and hopefully down the road here I'm going to be able to talk some tips and tactics with you guys, excuse me, which I usually do. So I think that is all I got. We're going to win this game as I'm throwing grenades hella crazy here at the end. 2-0. Good win, flawless win. I'll take it as we get an ending kill cam here with the RC car. I hate the RC cars, and it just goes through the box there. That's cute. And yeah, guys, that's all I got. You guys take care. Hopefully I'll see you on over in my channel. Don't forget that the link to my channel is in the description of this video. That's all I got. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.